Eben Hopson was born on November 7, 1922. Hopson grew up in Barrow, Alaska, and worked as a construction worker at a young age after being denied a BIA high school education. He married Rebecca Pennegue in 1942. Shortly after, he was drafted into the Army while his wife was 8 months pregnant. Hopson returned to Barrow in 1946 and began his political career as a member of the Barrow City Council. After joining the Alaska Territorial Guard in 1949, 4 years later, Hopson attained the rank of captain. In 1956, Hopson was elected to the Alaska Territorial Legislature, and when Alaska became a state, he was elected to the state senate. Hopson was honored to lead an Eskimo Scout battalion at President Kennedy's inauguration parade in 1960. He served on the Senate until 1965 as chairman of the Labor and Management Committee. Hopson became the first executive director of the Arctic Slope Native Association, or ASNA, which launched the Alaska Native Land Claims movement in 1965. 3 years later, Hopson moved to Anchorage, Alaska, and worked as executive director of the Alaska Federation of Natives, more commonly known as AFN. AFN became a strong, well-financed federation of Native regional associations from all across Alaska. During this time, Hopson launched the Native Land Claims Lobby that succeeded in securing the enactment of Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, ANCSA, in 1971. This act awarded regional and village corporations a cash settlement of nearly $1 billion and entitlement to roughly 40 million acres of land. Upon leaving AFN, Hopson became a special assistant to Governor William Egan in 1970. Eben used this position to develop local government in rural Alaska. With the cooperation of the state and ASNA, the organization of the North Slope Borough, or NSB, was established. Upon leaving the governor's office in 1972, Hopson campaigned for the office of borough mayor, to which he was elected. As NSB mayor, Hopson's most innovative aspect in his career is a $150 million Capital Improvements Program, or CIP, which provided North Slope residents with civic improvements, low-income housing, and locally controlled schools. In 1975, Hopson was re-elected as borough mayor, and in 1976 he called upon the Inuit leaders of Greenland, Canada, and Russia to form an international organization to pursue goals of standard guidelines in the industrial development of the Arctic. And in 1977, Hopson hosted the first Inuit Circumpolar Conference in Barrow, Alaska. This collaboration won Eben Hopson international recognition and was arguably the highest point in his career. Eben Hopson had great influence with many other issues, which included the subsistence hunting of bowhead whales and the environmental protection of the Arctic in the face of oil and gas development. Because of his years of dedication and service, not only to his family or community, but to the indigenous people of all Arctic nations, Eben Hopson's birthday will forever be remembered as Inuit Day.